I'll just wait a couple minutes. It's 2 minutes to 4, so we'll give people a chance to get in.
Debbie, I've got a recording. Oh, there it is.
And it's 4 o'clock, so we'll get started. Just to the right of the screen, you should see a chat. If you want to chat with us, you can put it chat in there. Q&As, if you have questions, you can put a question in and we'll get to the answer for you. So welcome to Why Most Stagers Stay Stuck and How to Break Through. It's an introduction to the Business Accelerator Advisory Board, which we call BAB for home stagers. And it's a collaboration between myself, I'm a marketing expert for Prowl Communications, and staging industry pioneer and leader, Christine Rae of CSP International. So BAB is for all stagers, regardless of whether you are a newbie, a seasoned stager, with or without training. So you're in the right place if you're a professional home stager, you feel like you're spinning your wheels, you want to grow but don't know where to start, you're tired of doing it all alone, and you're ready for real support, strategy, and clarity.
The PowerPoint is not moving.
I haven't moved it yet. Okay, I just moved it. So, as I mentioned, BAB is for stagers, and it's all about shifting your business from operator to strategist to help you grow and scale efficiently. It's to ensure you get the most of the sessions. Myself and Christine have collaborated to expand on a program I already run for businesses in general, and this one is specifically for the home stager. So if you don't know me, I'm Debi Katsmar from Prowl Communications. I have 40 years in the marketing and business strategy industry. I'm the creator of the Foundational 6 architecture. We're a consultant to stagers across North America, and we're passionate about helping entrepreneurs scale. And most of you know Christine, but Christine Rae is the founder of CSP International with 24 plus years leading the staging industry. She's trained thousands of stagers worldwide, and she's dedicated to elevating the business side of staging and staging in general. So let's dive in, and I'm going to hand it over to Christine and to talk about why stagers stay stuck. So welcome, Christine.
Okay. You're going to have to move the slides because they don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeez. I was like, do I get to move it? You'll have to move it forward.
What are you looking at?
The first one's just coming up right now.
Oh, okay. So I was going to...
So the real reason stagers don't even realize that they're in a plateau is because they spend most of their day, if not all of their day, working in the business. The reason you got into staging was because you loved the aspect of decor and making rooms look pretty, but that is not the business. It's the job in the business. So there is a physical component to the work that eventually becomes a grind. And when you are mentally exhausted as well as physically exhausted without a plan of action, you grind to that plateau. The second reason is that you either have no differentiation when your clients are, or when your prospects are looking online to find you, to tell them that you do staging, call me now. That is not enough in today's market. You really need to be an expert, and they need to be told that you're an expert over and over, not just your words, but with the quality of the work, the message of the work, staged and sold. All of that differentiates you from what others are doing. And then who do you serve, right? There's no clear offer, but who else do you serve? What client is best for you? And we tend to say anybody that's going to pay, but there are differentiations within the real estate industry, the investor industry, the builder industry. Who are you working for? And is it clear so that your marketing is magnetizing those prospects to come to you? The third one is pricing. And I find, I just spoke about this yesterday with a group that I was speaking with, and many of stagers start their pricing and then never move it because they're scared, because they don't know how to, because they don't really know if they're making any money. I always tell them it's like if there's three major components to coming up with your fee, and you decide to give them a break, take a cut back, give them a lower rate for whatever reason, it's either coming out of your profits or it's coming out of the segment that pays you, because you still have to pay your bills. And when you do low jobs, you attract more low jobs. And you're also more difficult for you to visualize yourself being able to charge more money. And the person I was speaking to yesterday, she said, but everybody charges $500 for rentals. It's like, no, they don't. Where are you getting your information from? I'm getting it from real estate agents who tell me that this is true. Well, real estate agents lie like a rug. I'm telling you, they don't. They tell you what they want you to hear. And if your pricing doesn't reflect your value, it's not going to allow you to have the profit to build your business and have a team to work with you. So it is a perpetual problem. We've fought it for 25 years. And the Toronto group I was talking to yesterday, I told them in 25 years ago, in 2001, I was charging $250 for a consult. 25 years ago. So if you're still charging in the $200 range, you need to move it forward, because we are losing the battle within our industry because of the people who work in the industry. Number 4 is, I think one of my favorites, is thinking that marketing is a chore. It's like, oh my God, I've got to do social media, and I didn't ever get my client retention management program started, and I don't even know what an email marketing plan is. So how do you compete with underpriced stagers in the same area? You don't. You have to work on your offer and differentiation being different. Think about Starbucks at $5 a cup and McDonald's. They're both coffee, but they're different clients. That's what we have to think. We have to help you with that. Marketing should be something you love to do. These odd random sort of Instagram posts that people do, it's got to be consistent, and you can't do it last minute. You've got an odd day where you don't have a staging, you think, oh, I'll do some posting, and then you get busy and then you don't do any. So that up and down is not doing your business any good at all. You need a message that drives people to your site, and your marketing, if a good analogy is to think of it as the engine that drives the boat or drives the bus. It's the thing that keeps you populated with business. Number 5 is running solo. And this is what costs you, because stagers try to do it all themselves. I see it in class, they sort of glaze over when I talk about business planning. It's what I start off with. It's very important. I say, send me your business plan. I'll review it. Nobody sends the business plan. It's like, yeah, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to the business plan. Let me get some work first. And they don't get to the business plan. So it's like going on a trip without a GPS. It doesn't work. And when you're running solo, it feels like you're in control. But you will burn out. You're one person. I sort of used to joke about it's why God gives women menopause, so we get up in the middle of the night and work on our business. But it isn't funny, really. At 2 o'clock in the morning and you're writing up a proposal, or you're answering texts from real estate agents who don't care that you're not sleeping. They want to know, can you stage tomorrow? And you have other plans. When you work alone all the time, it's a growth killer. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't be a solopreneur and be happy and have time for yourself and have a profitable business that is scalable enough to sell at some point in the future. But you have to plan it. It doesn't happen by osmosis, anymore. So you do have to have support. What happens if you get the flu and you've already promised the real estate agent that you will stage that house tomorrow? What are you going to do? Postpone it? You need a plan of action. Standard operating procedures. That's another thing that stagers don't seem to put much merit to. And the last one I put down in terms of plateauing is no succession planning. And that can be multiple things. What is succession planning? It's like, what happens when you want out? What happens when you want to retire? What happens if you can't physically work anymore? Just closing it down. And that's what I see a lot of seasoned stagers doing. It's like, I'm selling off my inventory and I'm, moving to Chicago or something. It's a shame that you've put 15 years or 20 years into a business that isn't going to make you enough money to retire on. And it could, right? Somebody called me last week. Her plans have changed. She's been very successful over the past 5 years, but she said, I have $1 million of furniture. And that was it. I said to her, but you want me to find somebody with an odd million that wants to buy your stuff? She said, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's all retail. It's been looked after. It's all current. It's like, you're not going to sell it for $1 million. Do you have an inventory system? No. Do you know what you have? How many tables? How many chairs? No. That is not succession planning. And what she ended up saying was, honestly, I'll take a few $100,000 because I've just decided I'm going in a different direction with the business that she's doing. So, what succession planning means is thinking about it in your business plan. And your business plan is a fluid document as well. It's got to change over time, but making sure that the brand of your business is not about you. It's we're the go-to team. Push the name of the business as opposed to Susie Smith Stager. That you have repeatable systems that can be done by other people other than you, right? Train people and get out of the way, sort of thing. Take a holiday. Let somebody else be in charge of a project. Give them the de-staging to do. You don't have to be on every single aspect of that job. And then really explore what exit strategies you want to have. Have you got people in your family that you're bringing in? I'm actually just writing a blog on this. We have many successful sort of husband, wife, daughter, son businesses that are thriving because the family have come in. Is it something that you want to sell, or are you going to merge with another company and then you can retire from that? Whatever the plan is, whatever suits you, it's going to take 3 to 5 years to put that all into action. So thinking sooner rather than later is really a big part of getting out at the end, which is one of the first things we need to start with. What's the exit strategy? And keeping your mental health and your physical health in play. So that's what I thought. Those were, the truth is, I think plateaus aren't failures, and they don't have to be, the end of the line sort of thing. It means that you've just outgrown your current way of doing things, and we have to get you unstuck, right? Change your mindset, change your business model, redirect, and find a strategy that's going to work for you. And that's where, Deb and I are going to come in with this new project that we're teaching you all about. So are you talking now, Deb, or me?
You can continue. I think this portion is, you can relate it back to the stagers listening better than I can. So there we go.
Okay. Do you want to put them all? Okay, put them all up. So in the many years I've put into this business, and particularly the last 10, I found I've spent more time doing coaching and in coaching groups and one-on-one. The people who have been dedicated and successful to get that planning done have done it within a structured environment, somebody holding them accountable. And it's also really good. Today, for instance, I was speaking with somebody who's like, I can't get the agents to listen. I just can't get them to listen. Are you following the plan of strategy that I give you? Yes, I am. So to me, it should be a slam dunk. So are you following that 8-step process? Yes, I am. When you have the conversation with the agent, are you following the flow of conversation I give you? And she's like, flow of conversation? I don't remember that. It's like section 4, right? So when you get into a group, you get a different perspective. And I said to her, you're an experienced marketer in a different industry. So in your head, you're thinking, I should be able to do this. And I'm telling you, it's a different industry. So some of the skills you have for marketing will work, but it's the language and the process, because the prospect is different. And I would have been one of those people that have said all prospects are the same. We just have to get them to listen. But it's not true in this industry. There's different. So that outside perspective gives you a different perspective, but then having somebody hold you accountable. I mean, that's the whole success of Weight Watchers from whenever they started in the 70s or 60s. It was like you had to weigh in every single week. And that accountability with the support, yay, you've lost 3 ounces, yay, that's the key, right? So it's keeping you on track. What we can provide you with are proven business frameworks. And that's part of, in the CSP training, I give you proven processes that work to do the work, so that you don't have to make it up. You're not working without an oar on your boat, and having those strategic conversations with your real estate agents or with your sellers. And what's beautiful about this group concept is that it's a like-minded community. So they're all stagers. And somebody could say to you, that happened to me, and this is what I did. And that's happening down here, and this is how it's being handled. Or, hey, it's happening to all of us, and we don't know what to do, and that's why we're here. And that's when you get, you know, a spin from Deb and I to give you a different perspective. It works. It just works. It's sort of like those masterminds you hear people pay thousands and thousands of dollars to join. You still have to go away and do the work. If you decide to move forward with our BAB group for stagers, you will find that you look forward to the sessions because you get so much out of them.
And with that, we'll introduce you to what BAB is, and Business Accelerator Advisory Board for home staging. And as Christine said, it is very much like a mastermind group. So I developed this. I've been running it for a few months now for businesses in general. And I thought, well, this would be just fantastic for the stagers with a stager only view, and thus the collaboration between myself and Christine, because I can talk till I'm blue in the face about marketing, and Christine can talk until she's blue in the face about staging. So you put the two of us together, coupled with the peer-to-peer portion of this, and you have something that is truly strong, actionable, accountable, and very worth your time in working on your business instead of in your business.
It's life support for your business, right?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Life support. So you were saying, I could talk till you blue in the face. You could talk till you blue in the face. I'm thinking you've got two people having heart failure there. BAB is the life support, you know, for the business that's going blue.
True enough. So I'm not going to read all of this, but basically, business or BAB is a peer-to-peer advisory group, and it is built specifically for home stagers. So it's 2 monthly sessions. One's training, one's actionable work that we're helping you with. There are things like every session we have what we call a SPAR check-in. So SPAR stands for successes, problems, adjustments, and your roadmap to change. So each session, people in the group run through very briefly what those successes, problems, adjustments, and roadmap is. And the others in the group comment back and offer suggestions, or tell you how they handled a similar situation, provide feedback if you're struggling in a certain area. So it really helps you move forward. And that's the point of the group. It's not just me teaching about marketing and sales and operations and Christine teaching about staging. It's the real life, been there, done that, got the t-shirt aspect that's helping each of you in the group move your businesses forward. So on top of the 2 sessions, there's another 1 hour session that is actually I've decided to offer that weekly. And the office hours is not mandatory. It is show up if you have a specific question. We'll help you work through it. Now, keep in mind that you might have other people on the call as well. So the whole call wouldn't be dedicated to just you, but certainly, and if everybody on the call would benefit from the answers. So you're going to have access to all sorts of resources, templates. Each session is recording. So if you want to go back and revisit something, you can watch the recordings. They'll be based on the training. There's always going to be workbooks, handbooks, Excel spreadsheets, all sorts of templates that you can use to move forward with your business. And they're in the back end system that I've built for you to access. We even include, we have a book club in there that suggests various books that you might want to read to help you understand business concepts or marketing or you know, one of the books I have in there currently is talking about how to deal with, you know, things that just happen out of the blue, like all these tariffs and things. Like, how does it affect your business? How do you plan for things that just happen that you didn't know were going to happen? So we do limit the sessions to one stager per city, so you're not directly competing. Now, in some of the bigger metropolitan areas, that's still going to be a little bit of crossover, but not too much. Like Toronto, for example, has all the suburbs and little cities within the GTA, so it'll be broken down by city. And it is open to all stagers, whether you have professional training or not. So whether you're a CSP or you have IHASP or whatever training you might have or not have, the sessions are open to help all stagers. So where we go from here is like on my end of things. Most of my training and information that I provide is based on my foundational 6 architecture, which is market insights. So that one's understanding your customers and your market. Strategic planning, which most people don't have a clue how to even start that one. Your brand positioning. So this isn't your branding, this is your brand positioning, and we'll get into telling you what the difference is on that. Digital transformation. So this one covers all sorts of things from social media to CRM systems. We also cover sales optimization. So we help you with sales letters, introductions, ideas on how to get people to respond to you, how to get people through your funnel from the time you meet them to they are now a client of yours. And then even what to do afterwards as far as referral systems and testimonials. We help you with operational efficiency, so that's you know, helping you automate things, helping you make sure that you have the process in place for everything to function. And this is probably one of the biggest one that a lot of businesses don't do, the performance analytics, which is you've probably heard the term KPIs, key performance indicators. So you need to know what it is you're measuring to know whether you're successful, whether you're making money, whether you're pricing properly. If you can't measure anything, you don't know where you actually are in your business. And if you do pop over to Christine's website, she just wrote an interesting blog on was that summer audit checklist. I thought that was a handy little piece of information for stagers to, you know, really start thinking about what it is that they're doing in their business and how to move forward with that. So, you know, from this is the basis of the business operations kind of thing. And then Christine will be working with us in the sessions as well, offering the specific training and information that you may need as far as running your business as a stager, not just a business in general. And of course, she's got tons of knowledge in that area. She has the experience. She has this, the good, the bad, and the ugly of the whole staging industry. So to me, it was a natural collaboration in order to make this work for home staging. So this is the back end of the system, what you would log in to see. And, you know, the start here is your basic forms. Under the schedule of events is the timing of all the sessions, so that you have your links and you're able to get into each session. The resource library, it is a building as we do more and more sessions, more and more information will be added in there. a lot of like the worksheets, the homework assignments, all of that will be in there. The member area is where we put anybody that's registered in BAB, so that if you want to reach out and talk to people, to others in your industry, you can. Your information is there. And one of the things that we all try to do as well is we try to partner you with another person in the group, so that the two of you can be accountable to each other to make sure that you're doing your homework, that you're moving forward, that you're bouncing questions off each other, that kind of thing. It really works well if it's used correctly and used in general. And then the session archives is where each session is recorded. So all the documentation for every individual session is put in the archives, and you can access it at any time. All you have to do is log into the back end, and everything's available for you at your own convenience. It's a simple login, nothing complicated about it. What else have we got? So why join BAB? So some of this we've touched on. So it's a guided strategy. So you're not running your business on your own. We're there to help you and guide you and answer the questions that you have, give you the knowledge that you need to move forward. If you're stuck in one particular area, we're there to help. Some people have asked us how we determine the topic for each session. So like the first session of BAB for Stagers is June 13th. And that one we're talking about pricing, because pricing is probably one of the biggest questions that stagers have, especially new stagers. So Janetta, I saw that you put a question in: how does one compete with underpriced stagers in the same area? And that'll be a question that we'll be answering in that first session. There's no one answer, but there's a lot of good points that we have to be able to, for you to compete and compete successfully, even if you're not priced where those underpriced people are. It's all about your positioning, your quality of work, who you are, what your business stands for. So the peer advisory aspect, again, the ability to talk to other stagers that have been there, done that, got a t-shirt is huge. We keep you accountable. So that's part of what the SPAR is for. We keep track of what you put on that SPAR form every month or every session, so that we can say, okay, last session you said you were going to do this within 2 weeks. Did you do it? If you didn't, why? And it's not meant to call you out. It's meant to keep you moving forward. The expert guidance, you have that in both of us. And this one is exclusive to stagers, so that you are able to hear from everybody else that it's going through the same thing as you are, or has gone through it differently.
I think the concept too is that if you look at a tiered solution, if you have a prime minister or a president of a country, they don't independently run it. They have experts that come at a different level, a team that they meet with. We're on your team. And recently I had a stager send me a question: could she feature me on her website as her business advisor? And I've never had that before, but she wanted to put the credibility of me guiding and giving constant advice to her clients, to let them know that she actually wasn't just working alone. Even though she was new, she had support and she knew where to get it from. So I thought it was sort of same thing. If you get big organizations, they all have a tiered down process to the worker. The worker's on a team, the team's got a supervisor, the supervisor's got a manager, the manager's, got an executive, and the executive report to the president. So same thing.
Yeah, definitely. I belong to several of these groups. One of them that I belong to was called Grow Your Biz, and we were encouraged to use their logo, put us down on our websites as them being our advisory board, and their community outside of the actual sessions was phenomenal. They attended events together. They did all sorts of things. And I currently belong to one of these myself, specifically for people in the marketing industry. And I absolutely love it. Some of us are here in Canada, some are in the States, but there's probably, of the 15 people in that group, I would say 9 of us are all within Southern Ontario. So technically we're all each other's competition, but we don't look at it that way. We look at it as, oh, there's potential collaboration here. Oh, they've been there, they've learned this, now they're teaching me. They're using tools that I didn't know existed. And they're sharing that information, and they're even offering to teach me how to use the tool that they're using. So, it is such, I look forward to the sessions, and in that particular group, it is every week. It's not twice per month like this one is. So, from 11:30 a.m. on Tuesdays for 2 hours, you can't reach me because I'm in that group. And I don't give it up for nothing. That's how much I enjoy it. So,
I can't get the mic.
Were you saying something, or you were just...
Okay, I keep forgetting about that delay thing. So I start talking and the microphone's been turned off because I've got this tickle in the back of my throat. I think the thing that I learned, because I can honestly tell you, as an audience, when Deb first came to me with this idea, I blew it off because I said, we're too busy, they won't do it, and they're not going to share. And Deb very wisely said, why don't you come into my business group and see how it's all going? So I went in there thinking, well, I'm not saying anything and I'm not going to learn anything. And I was astounded. I think that is a really good word for me to use. I was astounded at, because they were mainly men in this group who were actually sharing what their problems were. And I actually had help solutions for them. So it was a very collaborative undertaking. But what blew me away was that they actually did talk about the problems and why they didn't get to do the job that they thought they were going to do. But here's what they're planning to do to get out of the next thing. It was quite astounding to see it in action, and it made them feel better that they weren't drowning by themselves as a solopreneur.
For sure. And the one gentleman in that group, he literally sends me a message every week to say, I did my homework. I'm proud of myself. I did it. And it's, it helps you get excited. It helps you feel like you're accomplishing something. So it's not just work. It's fun. It's learning. It's that feeling of growth that you get inside of you, because now suddenly you've got people helping you get the answers you were searching for. You have people telling you that you're on the right track, or you just need to try this, or all sorts of things. It's very empowering, I think, is a good word. Anyway, getting back to what we're doing. So they are 2-hour sessions. This one's set for Fridays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The second and fourth Friday of the month is when we'll be holding these. And then the office hours, the 1 hour sessions where you can just pop in, those ones bounce around. The time changes from week to week. So, you know, there's usually one of them or two of them that you can manage to get to if you need the help. If you don't need to attend them. Some people just pop in just because they want to chat and say hello. They don't really have anything to discuss. So if we set the office hours, either myself or Christine, sometimes both of us might be on those office hour calls where you can get the guidance and extra little help that you might need specifically. We plan to do quarterly growth challenges. We plan to, the member portal's already in place. We plan on doing workshops and retreats, and both Christine and I have tons of courses and materials. So every now and then we'll throw one into the back end that you can watch and use the material without paying. We'll never put anything in there that is a paid course. It will always be something that will move you forward and part of your membership of that. So this is just a little bit of information about why this collaboration works, which I think we've talked about in fair detail. And then I'm just going to share my screen and pop over to our website here, the landing page. So 1 second, find it. And are you seeing my screen? Or are you still seeing the slide deck?
We're not seeing anything.
You're not seeing anything. Okay.
Just a great big blob of where you're supposed to be and DK in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, it's not. There we go. That's better. Missed this step. Okay. Yeah, so this is the landing page for the staging program. And really it just gives you pretty much what we talked about today. And the difference is on here, you've got this apply now button because it is an application process. If you scroll right to the very bottom, you can see the actual form to fill out. And the reason we ask you to apply is we want to make sure it's a good fit for you before you fork out any money, and that you're committed to doing it. This isn't something that you pop in 1 month and don't come back for 3, because it is a monthly subscription of $100 per month. You need to be committed to be there both sessions every month. Now, we get that there's holidays, things happen. So the sessions are recorded, you'd be able to catch up, but it is something you definitely need to commit to being there for. And it's the only way that you're going to get the full benefit of the system and all that we have to offer. So I can tell you as well that currently the price is $100 a month. You can also choose to pay annually and save yourself $200. But this is an introductory price. This price will be going up in January of 2026. And so if you're in now, it stays at $100 per month. We're not quite sure what the new rate will be, but it won't be 100. So if you want to be involved, I would recommend signing up sooner rather than later, because the price will go up as we progress with the program. And I think that's pretty much it. So oh, sorry, just give you that website link. It's prowl.com/BAB, BAAB -4 FOR -stagers. I'll throw it in the chat as well. And then I will stop sharing. And get over to the chat. Okay, put the link in the chat. And any other questions? I'm not seeing anything in here at the moment, but if you do have a question, pop it in quickly. Anything further that you have to add, Christine?
No, I just think that if you think about $100 a month and thinking that you can't afford it, it's break it down to an affordable number. Thinking about $100 a month out of your budget, it's $25 a week. $25 a week, it's pennies. It's pennies a day. So find the way to find the money. It's important. It's important for you. It's important for us, and it's important for the community. As an industry, we really need strong business people to lead and move us into the next decade.
And so I've had a couple stagers sit in on the my main business one so that they could see what it was all about, and the ones that have sat in on it have signed up for the stager version. So once I saw how it functioned, they were in. And actually I have one in that hasn't seen it at all. Just by the way I described it, they're in. Yeah, so
really, that was the motivation for doing this workshop, is because people don't like to read. We know that. And they, look at the site and think, oh my God, that sounds like a good idea, but then don't want to read all the information about it. So if we can sit with them and have a conversation, they get it, that focused time. So we're hoping that you guys who are working this afternoon and couldn't make it at 4 are going to really take this information to heart and jump in while you can, because once your town is gone to someone else, it's gone.
So there's a question: is this similar to the Staging Collective group? I'm unaware of that group, so I'm not really sure. Have you heard of it, Christine?
I've heard of it, yeah. I have no idea how the Staging Collective works. They are a group of senior stagers who created this group environment, but it's $6,000 to join it to get their advice. So I don't know if you got that kind of money, and at what point you're in, with your business development. So together you've got like 65 years of experience working for you for a couple of dollars a day. We're your support team.
Yeah, so I just found them, and yeah, it says meeting fee for their annual event is $3,500, and their monthly fees are $6.25 a month. So yeah.
Yeah. So on the other hand, you can say, well, $100, it's not really much money, and what are we going to get out of it? Right? It's the same thing. I got somebody yesterday calling and saying, I really want to take your course. I've heard great things. She said, I've checked a lot of stages in the area that I live, and they all have the CSP, but I found this other course that's $795. So I'm just wondering, like, do you have a course that's $795? It's like, no. And there's a reason why it's not $795. So we're bringing this to you because we want to be able to get you strong and move it forward. And as Deb said, this is an intro price. It definitely won't be $6.25 when we move into the next year, but it definitely won't be $100. I mean, think about, just our time, let alone our knowledge that's coming into the group, just our time. We both bill out at a lot more than $100 an hour. So
for sure. Yeah. And some of it is that both Christine and I, as much as this is our business, mine a marketing company and Christina a staging training company, for the business, developing businesses in the industry. Both of us do this because we love doing it. We love helping people. We love seeing the people that we have helped move forward and progress. Both of us would probably be extremely rich if we didn't give so much away.
Well, the other thing is you can save, put it on your credit card. It's $1,000 and you save $200 and you're actually getting a whole year of this peer-to-peer group support for $1,000. I mean, you spend more than that on Amazon in a month. So get it to work for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see any other questions.
Thanks, Janetta. That's very nice of you. She commented that we're both outstanding trainers and facilitators.
You can be president of the fan club, Janetta. Thank you. Okay, if there are no other questions then.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Okay, well, we will end the session. I will get the recording out to all that attended, as well as those that weren't able to actually make it. And we hope to see you apply and join.
Sure. Look forward to seeing you there. It's exciting. And there's a 20 delay for there it is, back on. So I just wanted to say thank you. And I look forward to working with you. Oh, that's a great view. This delay is not very attractive, Deb.
Okay, well, it must be the bandwidth or something. I've never noticed it this bad before, so it's not usually like that in the BAB session. So that little slightly different system. So anyway, have a great day, everyone. We hope to see you apply. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send Christine or I a message. We'll gladly help you out. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.